Okay, so St. Louis and Detroit have made a pretty significant trade today. The St. Louis Blues have acquired defenseman Nick Leddy from the Detroit Red Wings along with Luke Witkowski, who is primarily a defenseman. Sometimes he plays forward though. And in exchange, the Detroit Red Wings pick up Oskar Sundqvist, Jake Walman, and a 2023 second round pick. The Red Wings also do retain 50% of Nick Leddy's salary. I like this deal for both teams. I think St. Louis picks up a guy in Leddy who's definitely going to help them, a good offensive defenseman. Yeah, it comes at the cost of giving up a good young prospect in Jake Walman, but you got to give up something good to get something good usually in this league. And St. Louis, as we all know, they're still in win now mode. They won the cup a few years ago. They've had a disappointing playoffs the last 2 years. I think they're definitely looking to make some noise for this season. And for the Detroit Red Wings, I mean, they continue their rebuild here. Obviously, they had the hot start this season. Couldn't continue it. I didn't really expect them to be a playoff team, but I still think they're heading in the right direction under Steve Yzerman. And the Red Wings get a guy in Oskar Sundqvist who is a good player, not a very offensive player, but a solid one, a good fourth line guy who's a free agent at the end of next season. So if the Red Wings are in a position to sell again, you'd have to think that he might be on the move unless if they like him enough to keep him. Jake Walman is definitely a guy I see as a part of the long-term future in Detroit. This is a player who is, a good offensive defenseman. So you swap out the older offensive guy in Nick Leddy for the younger offensive guy in Jake Walman. Obviously, that's what you got to do when you're in the position of the Red Wings. And Luke Witkowski is more than likely not going to see any action for the St. Louis Blues in the playoffs this year. He only played one game for the Red Wings. He was in the AHL most of the time, so he's more than likely just going to be a depth guy in case if there's any injuries or something like that, or the Blues got to dig really deep into their defensive depth. Okay, now the Sens have made another trade today as they send Zach Sanford to the Winnipeg Jets in exchange for a 2022 fifth round pick. And maybe Ottawa sees a lot of guys that they like in the fifth round that are projected to go in the fifth round anyways for this year's draft, because they really seem to be loading up on those fifth round picks in 2022. And the Winnipeg Jets pick up a guy in Zach Sanford who's won before. He's got experience, as we all know. He's a big body who can hang on to the puck. He goes on long stretches where he's not very noticeable, but when he's on, he's a pretty good player, and I saw that a lot this year in Ottawa. He had stretches where he was on. He goes on stretches, though, where he's not on, and you have to hope if you're Winnipeg that obviously in the playoffs he's going to be noticeable, be the type of player he can be, and live up to his full potential. But first, he's got to help the Winnipeg Jets get to the playoffs. They're in quite a race. Things are not looking too good for them right now, but hopefully for their sake, Zach Sanford can help them get there. And then if you're in the playoffs, who knows what happens from there. All right, so those are my thoughts on these trades. Once again, please let me know what you all think in the comment section below. There's more trades to come, it sounds like, even though the trade deadline is wrapping up. Also, please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.